Central Cali. Get ready for Set Free TV, where inspiration lives. Bringing you good news from the Central Valley and around the world is Franky. Bringing you exciting news for the ladies and the men is Roshell. And don't go anywhere, Set Free TV has exclusive interviews with inspiring people. Stay tuned as Set Free TV brings you inspirational news and events. Hold on to your seats. Set Free TV begins right about now.
Welcome everybody to Set Free TV, where inspiration lives. I am your host, Roshell, and we'd like to thank you all for joining us tonight. We have an amazing show planned for you tonight. As you can see, we're hanging out in Northwest Fresno at Victoria Park. Some soccer practices are going on behind me with some great ladies. We have soccer practices going all over the park today. Some little ones, some mid-sized ones, all the way up to the adults. Just having a good time, hanging out, kicking the ball around, and beating the heat. Today is actually a cooler day than the previous days, but we're out in the park having a good time, just cooling off just a little bit and hanging out. Now tonight, we have a great show lined up for you. We have special guest Lisa Guerrero from Inside Edition. She is stopping by to talk about what she has going on. Franky is also in downtown Fresno with some inspirational young people that have put on a great 20s party. We have some great footage for you tonight from that event. And just in case you have missed tonight's event, we will re-air on Monday and Wednesday right here on CMAC Channel 96 and 99. There is some information for you on the screen. You can have that, check it out, and be good with it. Stay right there. We're going to send it over to Franky, and he has more.
Thanks, Roshell. It's your guy, Franky, in downtown Fresno, California, hanging out with a roaring good time. And what I mean by a roaring good time is tonight we're heading into a roaring 20s party here representing for Fresno's leading young people. Now, many of you may not have heard of this organization, but tonight we're going inside to have a great time. So we're heading on inside. You guys stay tuned because we're going to have a fabulous time here in downtown Fresno. And this is Set Free TV.
You are watching Set Free TV, where inspiration lives. Here are some inspiring events from around the valley.
Hey folks, it's your guy Franky, still in downtown Fresno, hanging out here on Set Free TV, and I've got some lovely young ladies from the Roaring 20s parties having a good time. How you ladies doing?
Good. Good, thank you.
So talk to us about tonight's event and what you got going on here.
Well, it's a Prohibition party event, and we're fundraising for our group, FLYP, Fresno's Leading Young Professionals.
Now talk to us about that organization.
FLYP was founded about 7 years ago, and our goal is to help retain young professionals in Fresno. We have a problem here with brain drain, which is people leaving the valley once they've gotten their degrees, or even after, even college, they go away and then they don't come back. So we're helping to build relationships for young professionals so they stay in town.
So ladies, when it comes to some of the programs that you have here going on with FLYP, talk to us about that.
We have the Downtown Academy, and Stacy can speak more to that.
It's right here in downtown. It's actually a program that we started. Craig Charton assists us, and we explore different areas of downtown and things that can be done for revitalization and how young professionals can get involved in that process. And we also are starting a leadership program. We have a mentoring program to help young professionals get involved in the community with business leaders.
Now, just talking about the organization itself, I know you've got to be passionate about it because you wouldn't be here. What made you want to join? What made you want to take part in this organization?
Really just meeting people from different backgrounds that I wouldn't normally have the opportunity to meet. It's been great meeting people from various industries and helped with work a lot. So.
And speaking for myself, I actually went away to law school in New Orleans, and when I moved back, I was looking to, make professional friends, and so that's what got me involved. I got on the board and met wonderful people like Lindsay and my other friends here. So network, and it's been great.
Hey guys, you're locked here. Fresno's leading young people, Roaring 20s, taking you back in the day. Set Free, we'll be right back with you. Thank you, ladies.
You are watching Set Free TV, where inspiration lives. Right now, we're getting ready to highlight some great books right here on the Book Spotlight.
Set Free TV, where inspiration lives. So once again, we are still rocking at the Roaring 20s party here in downtown Fresno. And I've got Dawn to the left of me. How are you doing, lady?
I'm very good, thank you.
Now, talk to us about your organization and what you guys are doing down here.
Okay, Fresno's Leading Young Professionals is a 501c3. We're a nonprofit organization that's been around for about 7 years, and our mission is to retain and attract young professionals in the Central Valley. And we do that through a variety of programs. They all revolve around Lead, Serve, and Connect, which is professional development, community outreach, and social networking. And so we do mixers, we hold professional development events, we have community leader lunches, we do a banquet every year, and this is our big fundraiser.
Now, when it comes to your role in the organization, Dawn, talk to us about what you do here.
Yeah, I am the chair of the board. FLYP is run by an all-volunteer 13-member board, and so we have a variety of roles, and so I just try to make sure we're on track and we're making FLYP a sustainable organization.
Now, when it comes to professionals that may be watching here in the Valley, why would they want to come and join an organization like this? What can it help them with, and also what can it put into them?
Well, I think the great thing about FLYP is that not only are you starting to network with other young professionals and also some more seasoned older professionals, you really are able to develop your skills. I think that it's a great way to meet a variety of people from all different industries, and so I think one of the biggest benefits is that it's social networking, and then also really developing yourself as a professional so that you will be able to grow in your organization and move up in leadership.
Hey guys, this is Set Free TV, where inspiration lives. Frankie, Dawn, FLYP, you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You are watching Set Free TV, where inspiration lives. Here are some inspiring events from around the Valley.
Hey everybody, this is Roshell with Set Free TV, where inspiration lives. Now, just in case you are new to Set Free TV, we'd like to give you some helpful information. Set Free TV airs every Friday right here on CMAC at 9 p.m. We also air worldwide on our Ustream channel, which you can go to the website and use the helpful links there just for you. Now, there is some information on the screen just in case you'd like Set Free TV to come out to your next event. You can email us, hit us up on Facebook or Twitter, or give us a call. This is Set Free TV. Stay right there.
Hey guys, Roaring 20s, downtown Fresno, California. It's your guy Frankie, still out and about in the city as we're hanging out with FLYP, Fresno's leading young professionals. And guys, we're having an amazing time here in downtown Fresno. And right now, I've got a couple of the members hanging out with me. How are you guys doing tonight?
Very good.
How are you?
We're great. Now talk to us about why you take part in FLYP and what is it that you get out of FLYP as a member?
We've been coming to things for about 3 years since we moved back to Fresno from the Bay Area, and it's really helped us reconnect with some people we may not have run into otherwise coming back to Fresno.
Now, when it comes to Fresno, we talked with a couple of the other board members, etc., and they mentioned that it's kind of hard to retain professional talent here in Fresno. What does an organization like this do to help keep Fresno's talent in Fresno?
Well, I think their tagline is to lead, serve, and connect. Connecting would be a mixer like this. There's various leadership things that happen, and somewhere in between serve and connect and lead is education, where they have the FLYP Downtown Academy that we started a couple years ago to help people learn about what Fresno really has to offer downtown.
Okay, and now finally, before we check up out of here, how are you guys enjoying the Roaring 20s theme? Did you get excited about that? Talk to us about that.
We spent a lot of time planning and getting ready and making our hat feathers.
You heard that first. Hat feathers. Make sure when you come to a Roaring 20s party, you have to have. Now, are your hat feathers coordinating?
I don't have hat feathers, but I do have a matching tie.
Okay. You color coordinate, people. Color coordinate. Fresno's leading young professionals, Set Free TV. Hang tight. We'll be right back with you.
You are watching Set Free TV, where inspiration lives. Here are some inspiring events from around the valley. Set Free TV, where inspiration lives. I am your host, Roshell. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Tonight's special guest is no stranger to television. She has begun her early days as a cheerleader for the Los Angeles Rams and has since then moved along quickly into the on-screen appearances on many television shows and movies such as In the Heat of the Night, The George Lopez Show, and Frasier. She has made cameo appearances on the big screen in Moneyball with Brad Pitt. She has a recurring role on TNT's Southland with Regina King, but today she is making her own footsteps in this world and has been named one of the 100 most influential Hispanics in America. She is an award-winning American investigative journalist, actress, host, and model. She is also the chief investigative correspondent for Inside Edition, and she is joining us tonight. Set Free, please welcome Lisa Guerrero. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me, and that was a really nice introduction.
Oh, thank you for being here. Now, Lisa, tell our Set Free viewers how you became into the television industry.
I originally started, as you mentioned, years and years ago, 25 years ago, on the sidelines of the Rams as a Rams cheerleader. And I noticed as I was cheering the sideline reporters that were there covering the games. And, of course, they were all men. And 25 years ago, I said to my girlfriends on the cheerleading squad, someday I want to be a sideline reporter like these guys. And they laughed at me, saying, women aren't sideline reporters. But I proved them wrong, and a few years later, I became a sportscaster and eventually worked my way up to working for Fox Sports Net, and then eventually ABC as the Monday Night Football sideline reporter in 2003 with Al Michaels and John Madden. Since then, I transitioned into entertaining entertainment reporting with Inside Edition, and then 2 years ago became the chief investigative correspondent for the show. And that's what I really love. I think I've really found my passion as an investigative correspondent. And on Inside Edition, we have 5 million viewers a day, and we're on 6 days a week. So I'm really able to shed light on crime and scams and criminal activity through our investigative unit every day to a huge audience. So it's really exciting, and I'm very thankful to Inside Edition for being able to rebuild my brand as an investigative reporter.
Now, Lisa, working as a chief investigative correspondent, television reporter, and is often viewed as an exciting and glamorous career. But as we all know, it takes hard work, dedication, long hours, and commitment. With there being so much bad news in the world, what keeps you going? What keeps you motivated?
The opportunity for me to be able to shed light on wrongdoing is the thing that keeps me going every day, because I know our audience really cares about these stories, and nobody wants to see people being taken advantage of. And we focus on stories where, the needy, the elderly, children, working class folks, and even animals. We do a lot of animal exploitation and neglect stories. So we really try to focus on people that, can't defend themselves, or are being taken advantage of by big companies or by wealthy people. And so we try to make sure that our audience is connected to the stories and show who these victims are that we're telling the stories about. And then, one of the things that we're really proud of on Inside Edition is our ability to use hidden cameras and to go undercover to show, what these criminals and scam artists are doing to people. And, in that way, at the end of almost every story, I get to go and confront the bad guy and, tell him, hey, I'm Lisa Guerrero with Inside Edition, and we know that you've been ripping people off. Here's our video, and how in the world would you explain yourself? Can you tell us why you would, rip people off or take advantage of the elderly or hurt these kids or whatever the situation is? So that's what keeps me going every day. I covered sports for 14 years, and although I love sports and still enjoy watching sports, I never felt the satisfaction as a sportscaster as I do covering investigations, because now every time I go to bed, I feel like I've made a difference. And, we've helped to expose bad guys, and there's nothing that can compare to that.
Now, we have a lot of young viewers that watch Set Free TV, and they want to be in the television industry. They want to be the next reporter. We have a lot of Latina females that watch our show. We just did a outreach event here in Fresno a couple of weekends ago, and there are a lot of kids out there, Latina kids, that want to be the next TV reporter. Tell them how much work and dedication it takes, and give them a little advice when it comes to TV reporting.
Great. That's a great question. First of all, when I get asked about how to break into the business, I always say, first and foremost, for the kids to stay in school. Continue your education, do your homework, work really hard on extracurricular activities at the high school level so that you can get good grades and get into a good college program that has a good broadcasting and English program. Because you're going to really need to, in college, focus on your storytelling skills and your English. And especially for Latinas, I think it's really important to concentrate on continuing your education. Don't get caught up in relationships. Don't get married young. Don't have kids early. Concentrate on really focusing on yourself and your own goals and your education as much as possible. And don't get deterred by your social life. For many years, I didn't have a social life. I'm now 47 years old. I don't have kids, and I didn't get married until I was 39. And the reason was I worked so hard. I worked really hard for years and years to be one of the very few female sportscasters on the scene. And now I'm working really hard, traveling constantly. I'm on a plane 3 or 4 days a week. And I really wouldn't be able to do this if I had kids.
Right.
So, you know, I encourage young women to take a look at themselves really long and hard and to decide what it is you want. If your goal is to be on TV at the national level, then you're going to have to put a lot of social activities aside and concentrate on your education, starting as an intern somewhere for no money, working your way up from a small market in a small town in the Midwest somewhere, and then working your way up to bigger markets. And that means that, you know, maybe you're going to have to put off getting married and having a family for a few years until you establish yourself in a career. And that's going to take a lot of dedication and sacrifice. And I don't think a lot of people see that. I think they see folks on TV and they go, oh, I want to do that, and she looks good, and her hair looks pretty, and that seems very glamorous, but let me tell you, it's not glamorous. It's really hard work, and it requires a ton of sacrifice. My sacrifice is that I wanted to be the best at what I did, and I wanted to work really hard, and in order to do so, I put off getting married and having kids, and it was worth it. For me, it was absolutely worth it. To this day, I'm so happy that I made the choices that I did, but it took a lot of, very difficult self-searching to figure out what it is that you want out of life, especially for young women.
Right. Wow, that's some great advice. Now, Lisa, what can the fans expect to see from you in the future? Are there any special reports or special projects, I should say, coming up?
Yes, I'm so glad you asked. September is the beginning of the new season for Inside Edition and my investigative unit, which is called the I Squad. We've got about 17 new investigations that we're going to be broadcasting beginning in September. So September and November are our two really big months coming up where we're going to be broadcasting the majority of our hard-hitting investigations, and you're not going to want to miss these. We are going to really be making some major national news this year through the unit. And throughout the summer, I have been traveling all over the country shooting these investigations, both undercover and with our big HD camera. And we have put together some outstanding investigations. Just a month ago, our unit won 2 National Press Club Awards for investigative journalism, and we also won a headliner award this year for first place in investigative journalism. So our unit over here at Inside Edition is spectacular and getting better every day. So what I would suggest is set your TiVo if you work during the day and if our show is during the day in your town, but wherever you live, go to InsideEdition.com and find out what time we air in your city. We're syndicated, so we're at different times in different networks from city to city. Mm-hmm. But find out where Inside Edition airs in your town and make sure you put it on your calendar and start watching this September, because you're going to see some really outstanding investigative journalism this year. So that's one thing. I'm doing that. And then as an actress, I'm working on a couple of different projects, including a new film that I'm working on getting produced. So hopefully that will be on the radar and something I'll be able to make an announcement about this fall. So yeah, a lot of exciting things are happening for me. You can also follow me on Twitter at the number 4 Lisa Guerrero, and I'm also on Facebook, the Lisa Guerrero fan page. So you can keep up to date with what I'm doing day to day through Twitter and Facebook.
Lisa Guerrero, thank you so much for stopping by Set Free TV and sharing your story and letting us know what's going on with you. Anytime you want to stop by, please feel free to do so.
Thanks, Roshell. I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Set Free TV, where inspiration lives. You guys stay right there. Thank you for watching Set Free TV, where inspiration lives. Let's highlight some fantastic movies. Take a look at this.
Hey folks, it's your guy Frankie, still here in downtown Fresno, getting ready to check up out of here. We've had an amazing time at the Roaring 20s party here on Set Free TV. Now for more on Fresno's leading young people, you can visit them online at FLYP. Fresno's leading young people. Get it? FLYPinfo.com. And you can find out more about this organization and how they're trying to help network and connect Fresno's leading young people here in the Valley. Like I said, I gotta go. It's time to roll up out of here, but I'll see you next week right here on Comcast Channel 96, AT&T Channel 99 on Set Free TV, CMAC representing. See you next week.
Thank you all for watching Set Free TV, where inspiration lives. We have come to the end of our program, but before we go, we'd like to thank our very special guests, Lisa Guerrero from Inside Edition, and also the young people over at the FLYP organization. Now, in case you have missed tonight's airing, we will re-air Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. right here on CMAC. In case you'd like Set Free TV to come out to your next event, use the information on the screen. You can email us or give us a call. Now tonight, we are ending Set Free TV on a different note. We will be ending tonight with an inspirational video from Lyrics, and this one is called Change. We'll see you guys next time. As always, stay strong, keep the faith, and be encouraged. This has been Set Free TV, where inspiration